Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are doing well and maintaining good health. I am Dr. Smriti Rekha and I welcome you all to eTuition, Education for Better Tomorrow. It's a digital learning platform for Odia and English medium students which is developed in Odisha. If you believe in quality education, then you are in the right portal. As in eTuition, we provide quality education which will definitely help you to build your career. Then what are you waiting for? Please download the eTuition app and enroll yourself so that you can avail all the facilities at your fingertips. So, children, hope you have watched the previous videos related to understanding quadrilateral. So, we have solved up to exercise 3.2. So, today I am going to solve the problems from exercise 3.3. So, without wasting much time, let us start today's class. Are you all ready for that? So, let us start. So, before solving the problem from exercise 3.3, I want to remind you few things. Like if you remember what is trapezium. So, in case of a trapezium, you will have two sides. So, in a quadrilateral, if two sides are parallel to each other, that becomes your trapezium. So, two sides are parallel to each other. Okay, so in case of a trapezium, two sides are parallel to each other. You remember what is kite? So in a kite, these two adjacent sides are equal to each other. Adjacent sides are equal to each other. This is kite. Okay, so in case of your parallelogram, in case of your parallelogram, the two sides are parallel and two opposite sides are parallel. So, suppose I will name it A, B, C, D. So, AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Correct? And also AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. And also the opposite angles are equal. That means A is equal to C and B is equal to D. Also remember one more thing, that is the sum of the interior angles, because these two are parallel and AD is the transverse. So summation of A plus D is equal to 180 degree and summation of B plus C is equal to 180 degree. And one more thing, if you draw the diagonals will bisect each other. Okay, the diagonal will bisect each other. So similarly you have quadrilateral like rectangle. This is very easy. All the angles will be 90 degree and like parallelogram, opposite sides are equal to each other. They are parallel to each other, right? And in case of a square, all the sides are equal and the angle included is 90 degree. Correct? And in case of rhombus, the rhombus, all the sides are equal but the included angle may not be 90 degree and the diagonals will bisect each other at 90 degrees. So this is your rectangle, this is your square and this is your rhombus. Okay, so I thought let me just remind you all this concept because this we will be using to solve the problems from exercise. Okay, so let us start the exercise 3.3. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property used. So you have AD is equal to what? It is equal to the opposite side. So I'll just write AD is equal to opposite sides. Why? Because in a parallelogram the opposite sides. So that you need to write, because in the parallelogram the opposite sides are equal. So what will be the value of DCB? So DCB, opposite angles are equal. Just now I have written in the previous slide. So DCB is equal to DAP. Correct. Then OC is equal to OA, as the diagonal bisect each other. Correct or not? Now summation of DAB, so this is the angle, plus CDA, this is the angle. Now CD is parallel to AB and AD is the transverse. So the interior sum of interior angle is equal to 180 degree. Correct or not? Understood, children? It was very easy, right? So this is your question number 1. Now question number 2. Consider the following parallelogram. Find the value of the unknown x, y and z. Now it is very simple. Now take this. This is 100 degree. So if this is 100 degree, it is a parallelogram. Then B and D are opposite angles. So this will be 100 degrees. Correct or not? So B and D are equal. So this will be 100. Now what about B and C? They are interior angle, right? Summation of interior angle is 180. So what will be the x value? So 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. If this is 80 degree, the opposite angle also will be 80 degree. So in this case, your x is equal to 80, y is equal to 100 degree and z is equal to 80 degree. Correct? So this one is over. Now you have to find out this. So in this parallelogram, if this is 50 degree, then this will be 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. If this is 130 degree, the opposite side is 130 degree. And what about this angle? This is 50 degree. And what about this? This and this also parallel, right? So what will be the value of z? It is also 130 degree. So in this case, x equal to y is equal to z is equal to 130 degree. Correct or not? So now here you have to find out the x, y and z value. So let us find out. Now this is equal to 30 degree and this value is 90 degree. If this is 90, this is the opposite angle, right? So the opposite angle, so this is equal to 90 degree. Now summation of a triangle, summation of angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So 180 minus 90 minus 30. So this value is 120 degree. Correct or not? Now this line is parallel. So this is 120 degree. So it is 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So y is equal to 60 degree. Now you see this line and this line are parallel, right? So this line and this line are parallel. So this is the transverse. So opposite this angle. So this angle will be equal to y is equal to z. Correct or not? So that is equal to 60 degree. So what are the values you have got? So your x is equal to 90 degree, y is equal to 60 degree and your z is equal to 60 degree. Now let us solve the next problem. So here this angle is 80 degree. So opposite angle y is equal to 80 degree. Now this line and this line is parallel. So summation of these two angle will be 180. So x value will be 180 minus 80, that is 100 degree. Correct or not? So now this two lines also are parallel. So if these two lines are parallel, then this is 80 degree means this also will be equal to 80 degree. So what are the values? So you got x is equal to 100, y is equal to 80 degree and z is equal to 80. So the last problem. So here this is equal to 112. So the opposite angle, this will be 112 degree. Now the sum of this interior angle is equal to 180 degree. So this is 112, and so this summation will be equal to, the entire value will be equal to 68 degree. If this is 68 degree, this will be equal to 68 minus 40, that is 28 degree. So if this is 28, this also will be equal to 28. So your x is equal to 28, y is equal to 112 and z is equal to 28 degree. Correct or not? Okay. So now, can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if D plus B equal to 180 degree? Yes, it can be a parallelogram, but there are some other conditions should be satisfied. So, if D plus B equal to 180 degree, it can be a parallelogram, but some other conditions should be satisfied. What are the other conditions? The sum of adjacent angles should be equal to 180 degree, and also opposite angles should be equal. If all these conditions are satisfied, then you can tell, right? So now, second bit. If AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 centimeter, that means two opposite sides are equal. AD is equal to 4 and BC is equal to 4.4. Can it be a parallelogram? Absolutely no, it cannot be. Why? Because opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram. Here AD is not equal to BC, so it cannot be a parallelogram. Third bit, A is equal to 70 degree and C is equal to 65 degree. So if A is equal to 70 degree and C is equal to 65 degree, then also it cannot be a parallelogram. Why? Because A is not equal to C. A and C are opposite angles, so that has to be equal. Then only it will be a parallelogram. Correct or not? So it is not a parallelogram. Right? So the answer is no. So now let us go to the next one. So draw a rough figure of quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. Yeah, parallelogram it may not be, but there can be a quadrilateral with opposite two opposite angles that is equal in measure. So suppose I will draw like this 120 degree like this. So approximately opposite angles are equal. So we can draw, right? Now, the measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So, we know sum of adjacent angles equal to what? 180 degree. It implies 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree. So what is x value? x is equal to 180 divided by 5, which is equal to 36. Then what are the angles? So 3x is equal to 36 into 3, that is 108. What is 2x? That is 36 into 2, 72 degree. So what are the angles? So the angles are, so opposite sides are equal. So suppose your A is equal to, maybe your parallelogram is ABCD. If A is equal to 108 degree and B is equal to 72 degree, then C will be equal to 108 degree and D will be equal to 72 degree. So this is the answer. Okay, so these are the angles of the parallelogram. Okay children, you understood, right? Now let us go to the next problem. The adjacent finger hope is a parallelogram HOPE. Find the angle measures x, y and z. State the properties you use to find them. Okay, so it is similar kind. Already we have solved this kind of problem. So if this is 70, so this is supplementary angle, so this will be 110. If this is 110, what is this value? This is 110, right? Now adjacent angle summation is 180 degree. If this is 110 degree, what about this value? It is 70 degree, right? If this is 70 degree, what about z value? 70 minus 40, that is 30, right? So now if this is 30, right? If this is 30 and this is 40, so if this is 40, what about this? This is also 40, right? Because these two are parallel, so this is the transverse. So these two angles, alternate angles, they are equal, right? So what are the values you have got for x, y, z? So your x is equal to 110 degree, y is equal to 40 degree, z is equal to 30 degree. Correct children? Okay, so now let us go to the next problem. The following figures GUNS, guns, and RUNS are parallelogram. Find x and y length are in centimeter. So opposite sides are equal. So your guns, 3x is equal to 18. So x is equal to 6, right? So now similarly 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. So your 3y will be equal to 27 and y is equal to 9. So what are the sides? So what you need to find out? You have to find out x and y, right? So x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 9, right? So this is for the figure guns. Now for the runs, you have to find out x and y value. As we know, in a parallelogram, the diagonal bisect each other. That means your x plus y is equal to 16 and y plus 7 is equal to 20. If y plus 7 is equal to 20, then what is y value? Y is equal to 13. Correct or not? Now you put this 13 here, so you will get x is equal to 16 minus 13, that is 3. So what is the solution value? So x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 13, right? So these are the solution value, correct? So question number 8 is over. Now let us go to the next one, that is question number 9. In the above figure, both risk and clue are parallelogram. So you have RISK and CLUE, clue. Find the value of x. So this angle you have to find out. Now considering your parallelogram RISK. So if this is 120 degree, so this value is 120. Opposite angles. Now the adjacent angle summation is 180 degree. So this value will be equal to 60 degree. Whatever I am telling you have to write, right? So you have to write that K plus K is equal to I as their opposite angle. I am not writing, you have to write, okay? So this is at least something you have to do, right? I am solving all the problems, so your homework is you have to write everything, okay? And send me in the comment section. I'll look at it, okay? So this is equal to this 120 degrees. So if this is equal to 60 degrees, so what will be this value? This also will be equal to 60 degree. Now if this is 60 degree, right, if this is 60 degree, so this angle is also equal to 60 degree. So I think this angle is not equal. Now if this is 70 degree, right, so if this is 70 degree, this also opposite angles will be 70 degree. Now in this triangle the summation is what? Summation is 180. So what will be the x value? So 180 minus 60 plus 70. So 180 minus 130, that is 50 degree. So x is equal to 50 degree. Okay, so this is the answer. So please write down the statements. Whatever I have told, you write down the statement. Okay. Now explain how this figure is trapezium, which of its two sides are parallel. So for trapezium, what you need to prove? That two sides are parallel, because that is the condition in a trapezium. So now two sides will be parallel when one can be a transverse and the summation of the adjacent angles will be 180 degree. Now you check summation of angle M and L, which are adjacent angles of a quadrilateral, that is equal to 100 plus 80. So that is 180 degree. So from this you can tell your MN is parallel to KL and ML is the transverse. ML is transverse. Okay, so hence it is a trapezium. Hence it is a trapezium. Okay, so now let us go to the next one. So you have to find the measurement of C in the figure if AB is parallel to DC. Okay, so if these two are parallel, so this can be one of the transverse and this can be one of the transverse. So if this is 120 degree, so the summation is adjacent angle is 180 degree, so that is 60 degree. So the measurement of angle C is equal to 60 degree. 180 minus 120, correct? So these are all small questions, okay, and very easy, right? Okay, so now the next question, find the measure of angle P and S if SP is parallel to RQ. Okay, so you have to find out the angle P and S. So now this is your 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. SP is parallel to RQ. So that means this is the transverse. If this is the transverse, then this is 130, means this will be equal to 50 degree. Correct or not? If this is 130, this will be equal to 50 degree. So your angle P is equal to 50 degree. Similarly, SP is parallel to RQ. SR is the transverse. This angle is also equal to 90 degree. So your angle S is equal to 90 degree. Angle P is equal to 50 degree. Is there any other method you find the value of p? Yes, you can find the value, because we know sum of the angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Once you get this value 130 plus 90 plus 50, you can subtract and you get your p value. Correct or not? So there is other way also in which you can find the measurement of angle p. Okay, children. So hope you have understood question number 12. So with this we have completed the exercise. So thank you so much for your patient hearing. Hope you have understood all the problems which I have solved. So you have to write down the statements and solve all the problems on your own, so that it will be a practice, because in maths practice makes a man perfect. More you practice, you become more confident. Okay, children, take care and keep smiling. See you in the next class. And before that, do subscribe eTuition channel. Follow us in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and download the app and enroll yourself. Bye.